Like the ring represents the commitment, and if the ring is disposable, then the marriage is disposable.
If you don't like it, that's one thing, but if it's actively taking away from like building or sustaining a relationship, that's when it becomes an actual problem that you need to address.
Is this man ready to be married? Is this a commitment that he's honestly ready to make? If he was just in them streets yesterday,
like 4 months ago, basically.
Once a dog, always a dog. I want them to be brother husbands, so that's what they are. The thirst traps are not for your mom.
What is this? Why does he have his thighs out like that? What's going on?
Emotionally unregulated. That apple fell right out the tree.
I mean, he did kind of say like, we're gonna have to budget, you know.
That's not the same as having an explicit conversation about what the financial expectation should be in this marriage with a stranger.
We are longtime friends turned lovers, here for all things love, dating, and relationships. Lovers Watch is a podcast where we explore how the love and relationships we observe on screens influence the love and relationships we experience in our own lives.
From romance sitcoms to reality dating shows, we're mining through the mess to bring you the gems and help make sense of this crazy little thing called love. So, whether you watch these shows or not, if you love love, you're in the right place.
Hello and welcome to Lovers Watch.
Hello, I am your host Sam, and beside me is my little big fee, 5, 4, fum baby girl, because she walks so hard.
Hi, I'm your co-host YoVanna. I do not walk that loud.
Whatever you say. And today we are talking about Love is Blind Season 9, Episode 8.
But before we get to all that, we would like to give a huge thank you and a special shout out to the folks from the It Takes Two show.
Bow, 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 bow.
We really appreciate the love and recognition from you guys. So thank you again, Blair and Chris, for your support.
We appreciate y'all. Also, we have officially reached 100 subscribers.
100!
So thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers from the It Takes Two show, and also to all the people who found us organically. Thank you guys for engaging with our work, and welcome to our little love squad.
Love squad.
So again, thank you, welcome, and let's get back to it.
So, what gems did you mine from this episode?
So from this episode, what I really want to ask is, how much weight should we put into our family's first impression of our romantic partners, basically?
Indeed. Okay.
How about yourself? What gems did you mine?
I want to know, at what point do our vices harm our relationship? I'm talking drinking, drugging, partying, all of that.
Indeed.
So we like to start off the show with a hot take. Sam, baby, what's your hot take?
So my hot take is, what is wrong with the world right now is that white men don't have the outlet that they used to have anymore. And that outlet specifically is like rock and metal music, basically. Back in the day, you know, they would just go in their room, hop in their car, and turn on some like Linkin Park, some Korn, System of a Down, and just like get all those little rage
fucking
feelings
scream,
out, you know?
Just
they
scream.
Just turn up the radio and just, I push my fingers into my eyes.
Yeah,
they would just really get it out. That was their medicine.
Yeah,
you know, that was their Tylenol.
They had like a whole Crash Out soundtrack.
Exactly. It just it cleansed the soul, and then they didn't join the Proud Boys or ICE, basically. So,
but that shit isn't popular anymore.
Not as much. We need to make metal and make metal and rock great again for the white men.
What's that other song?
Which one? About who?
The Linkin Park one.
I mean, there's like the In the End one. I tried so hard to get so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so... Yeah, that one too. Yeah. Again, if you don't feel something when you sing that one, you know, just...
You're dead inside.
Try again.
And that's the problem.
Try again.
Or you're a white man.
Or you're a white man. Anyway, what's your hot take, baby?
Okay, y'all ain't gotta like it, but I feel strongly that we must bring back the grand gesture. I want to witness more romance. Y'all ain't professing y'all love in big ways no more, and frankly, I find the lack of ingenuity disgusting.
Okay.
So I went for a walk in the park the other night, and I happened across an endangered species, the lover boy. This beautiful little man had set up a picnic, a sunset picnic proposal to ask some lady girl for her hand in girlfrienddom. He had like little white paper bags with "Will you be my girlfriend" cut out into them.
Yeah.
He had flowers, he had pizza, he had the whole thing, right? So of course I had to roll up on him with a little praise,
Being nosy.
prying, asking some questions, and yeah, it was just super cute. They had been together for like 7 months. And he liked her very, very much. And he wanted to do something special to kick off.
Would you be my girlfriend?
Yes. Yes. He wanted to kick off the new phase of their relationship with something so very special. And his homeboys helped him set it up. 3. Not 1.
3 of the homies.
Not 2. But 3 young black men setting up a lover boy picnic in broad daylight for this gal. It was so cute. I felt like a proud mother, the sweet boy, and the whole park was buzzing. Like everybody was talking about it. Love was tangibly in the air. It was just like it gave so much life to this space. And I was just so happy that I got to witness it. So we need more. We need more of that. We need more grand gestures. Bring them back.
I must agree. It was cute. It was very cute. Good on you, my man.
Shall we dive into the appetizer?
Waiter, please. Yes. Let's get into it. So we start off this one with our our favorite couple. I'm joking. Nick and Annie. So here we have, for this episode, we have Nick and Annie. They have now moved in together. They talk through Annie's weirdness from last episode, her drunken trauma in Baja, basically.
Her drunken tantrum.
Oh yeah, trauma, tantrum, yeah.
Those are
tantrum.
2 different things.
That's true. Yeah, tantrum, more like it. Yeah. And then we have Annie going to visit his big boy home.
Yeah, up in the mountains. But the main thing that I got from this is that basically Annie and Edmund be doing the same thing. They deflect and avoid their partner's concerns and silence the other person with "I love you, I love you, I love you so fucking much."
I feel like I'm trying to climb this mountain with you and like get to the top where you're at, and that just like was a big kick down the side of it. But I want to be there with you.
I just like honestly, Nick, like I've never like loved anybody like I've loved you. I love you so much. Like I love you. Like I can't wait to get married to you.
I know you just brought up some really important points as to why you're feeling kind of unsure based on my behavior, but I love you. I love you so much.
Yeah, basically we see Annie smothers Nick with her insecurities.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And when he brings that back up to her, she's confrontational, or she just loves him so fucking much.
Almost dismissive.
Yeah. And it's because she's more committed than he is. And instead of giving him the space and the time to develop his feelings, she attacks him for not knowing yet if he wants to get married to this erratic, irrational stranger.
Yeah, I mean, Nick is basically sitting there trying to put his foot down and saying that, like, what happened last night, it can't happen again. It really turned me off.
Right, where you're putting things in my mouth.
Exactly.
And putting words in my mouth and like building this whole narrative.
Yeah, after he did a good job of trying to de-escalate and assure her. I'm gonna get very tired of this if the rest of the season is her making us feel like, damn, Nick's doing a good job,
making us feel bad for Nick.
Yeah, it's quite annoying, to be honest. But again, he put his foot down. He said, "This can't happen again. I need you to understand that I can't handle you doing that to me again." Basically,
right?
Yeah.
And again, she just hits him. Lets him know that she loves him to address all his issues.
Yeah. We'll see if that continues down this path, but hopefully she's done with that, because that was hard to watch.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We see them go to his underwhelming home. Some people just don't deserve to be wealthy. He has shit taste, and we were expecting more.
All being just one color pine interior. I mean, he had cool like boy toys.
I could not give less fucks about his boy toys.
As a guy, it was kind of like a few cool things, but it was very much like, I live alone. I have a bunch of money. I don't know what to do with my money, so here's a racing simulator.
Your whole home is a coochie sauna. The coochie done dried up. What you mean he has cool boy toys?
They're boy toys. I didn't say they're
anyway.
To make the coochie wet. But,
anyway, Joe and Madison.
Yes. Joe
Who
and Madison.
I be calling her Megan all the time. I'm talking about Madison. Okay,
Yeah.
Joe and Madison.
Faster.
We see them fighting, of course, because they always fighting.
Always.
They visit his apartment and they meet Joe's family.
Indeed. So again, we have Joe on his bullshit.
On his bullshit.
So this time, he's taking a new approach. He's like, let me see if I can get some empathy. So he basically comes to Madison. I almost call her Megan just because of you. He comes to Madison and basically says, hey, like, I'm feeling a little scared right now about this whole situation. And honestly, it's a little weird, a little inhuman of you to not be feeling the same way that I'm feeling. Do you not feel scared or apprehensive at all? What's wrong with you?
Like, sorry, I'm like too interested in you. Like,
No,
I'm sorry,
fuck
I'm
no,
like
fuck
excited
no,
about you. That's what I'm feeling right now.
It's fucking hard. It's fun. This is not, no. Like, it's
The more
fun.
I hear
It's
you
fun.
say things, the more it gets hard. Yes.
Okay.
He wants her to express doubts
Yes.
so that in the end he could basically say, well, like, neither one of us was really committed to this. And she's like, sorry, I'm not a negative bitch. Like, yeah, I have concerns, but overall, I'm genuinely excited to do this process with you.
Yeah.
I love you. I want to marry you. And like,
He's like, what the fuck? Because his reservation stemmed from him not liking her.
Right.
And her reservation stemmed from his behavior, basically.
Right.
And then we see a situation where basically she does begin to acknowledge that, like, okay, yeah, I do have some reservations based on what you have been doing.
yeah,
How
there's
you-
shit that you be doing that makes me
Yeah.
feel very, very uncomfortable. And then he's like, well, it's not that bad though,
It's
right?
not that bad though, right? Huh? It's like, bro,
What do you want
pick
from
a lane.
her?
Pick a lane. You want her to not like you so you can get away. But when she does say, hey, you're kind of on some bullshit, he's like, but I'm not that bad though, right? It just feels like he doesn't want to be the bad guy in any situation.
Joseph, whatever his last name is, refuses to be the bad guy.
Exactly.
And then he
It's
tries to flip it all on Madison afterwards and be like, well, like, if this is how you're gonna act, then I just won't share
I
my
just won't
feelings
have
with
any-
you.
I won't have any feelings, to be honest. Yeah. I just won't
Basically,
say
like,
shit.
you didn't react the way I wanted you to, so
Yeah.
now I'm finna punish your ass and
Honestly,
leave you
It's
guessing.
honestly your fault that I'm no longer engaging with you, to be honest. Like, Joe is the kind of person who, and part of this resonates with me because I enjoy some cancel plans, to be honest. But Joe is the person who made plans to go to a party with you 3 weeks ago, and now it's Thursday.
It's
and
the day before.
And he hits you up and he's like, hey, dog.
He
like,
don't want to go no more.
Man, I just had a rough day, but I know we got a party coming up tomorrow. I still want to go. Don't get me wrong, I still want to go. But like, how are you feeling? Are you tired?
Right, like he doesn't want to go, but he also don't want to be the one to cancel.
Not
So
at
now
all.
he's trying to get you to cancel,
Yep, to not make me the bad guy.
or at least express some doubt, so that he can talk y'all out
both,
of it.
Yeah, we can both now be like, you know what? Do we need to go?
Yeah.
Do we need to get married?
That's
I don't know.
Joe.
This is
He
a
don't want to
crazy
go to the
experiment.
party. He don't want to party up in Madison's pussy for the rest of his life.
She would let him, but he's not. He's not there for it. Basically.
Yeah, no, we see them. We see them make up, right? They go visit his busted ass, basic ass apartment where he only has one plate and one bowl, but
bunch of
somehow
meat.
he's ready for a wife.
He has a bunch of meat in the freezer.
What are y'all gonna eat off of? What you gonna eat all that meat off of?
Bro, we here in Denver, Colorado, we eat with our hands. I don't know what they do in Denver, Colorado, but he has a bunch of meat, 2 plates. He does have a
No,
a
he
hex,
has one bowl and one
bowl.
plate.
He does have a hex-clad pot though, so that's pretty.
A
adult.
carcinogen pan. Anyway, I guess we see him apologize, and she shows us and Joe that she put the ring back on the next day, which
That
for
she-
me,
yeah.
that whole like, oh, we fighting,
Let's put this shit
so
on ice.
I don't want your ring. You could take your ring back. Move is a like big cause for concern.
It's a weird power play to be like, hey, this commitment we made to each other can now be nullified based on
the vibes.
the vibes, but the vibes that she is consistently making excuses for. Like every time they have a big argument or something, she's always like, okay, I just don't understand what he needs. Or like, oh my God, I'm so glad we had snuggle time again. Okay,
Right.
we've made up. And now she's like, okay, this time they'll take the ring off and then put it on the next morning. Just
right. But how y'all so ready for marriage, and then when anytime there's conflict, you gonna take the ring off? Like the ring represents the commitment, and if the ring is disposable, then the marriage is disposable.
I mean, it is, because Joe ain't in this. But I mean,
like this
overall,
ain't no makeup to break up, break up to make up type shit. We supposed to be getting married. The fuck?
That. Don't ask me. But I mean, again, she put it back on, so we're all good because she's just so wishy-washy and wants to be chosen by Joe. Anyway.
Yeah, and the last thing from them is that we see Madison meeting Joe's family.
Yes.
Joe's
very mixed family.
Yeah, very like non-traditional family. The mom's ex-husband was there. Joe's dad was there, but the dad wouldn't sit with the mom and the two sisters. It was confusing.
The ex-husband and the husband sat side by side.
We don't know if that's the husband. We just know that's Joe's dad.
It was Joe's father, and then his mom's.
What if they're brother husbands?
I mean, it's Colorado. That's close to Utah.
You keep saying shit about Colorado like
I don't
that
know
means
shit
something.
about that, but I'm just saying it's close to Utah.
I was just trying to give it a little exciting twist. I want them to be brother husbands, so that's what they are. But basically, they didn't really like. There were no tough questions. I think for me, I was mostly disappointed that Madison didn't use this as an opportunity to try to better understand Joe. Like, I would have been all up in that shit. Like tell me, does he usually deflect and just ask you questions when he's doing you dirty? Like, do he only date skinny women?
Joseph, come clean up your room. Wait, Mom, I didn't clean up my room. Is my room dirty?
Right. I would have been prying and poking. I need to know. But she is out here doing PR for Joseph again. So
I mean, she was prioritizing like selling herself to the family. So, you know.
Fuck them. I ain't gotta sell nothing to you. You need to tell me what I'm supposed to do with this bag of dirt that's Joe. Like, I need context.
Little Joe dirt.
Ugh. Okay, so next we have Megan and Jordan.
Megan and Jordan, our little favorite snooze fest. This episode, we just basically see Joe meet Megan's family.
Jordan meets Megan's family.
Sorry, I keep calling that man Joe. I don't know. Jordan meets Megan's family.
Yeah, and they were honestly warmer than I expected. Yeah. I was surprised. They were very playful and supportive and accepting, and
they seem to be genuinely interested in like meeting him.
Yeah, basically. They all are very moved by the whole diabetes thing, which I find the day that it was on, being there like the anniversary of their dad passing, I understand that being like a very moving that's not situation. Enough to build a relationship.
I get it for that day of like the family meeting, but yeah, I mean, I share your not skepticism, but I
skepticism. Like,
I mean, yeah, it does seem very weird to be like almost like the reason, because like they do say it kind of in the show where it's like
they built a whole relationship around diabetes.
Basically, it's like your dad, my son, and now that makes us closer somehow. Like, I do understand the part where it's like we've both gone through a shared difficult experience
of caring for a person with this specific disease.
Yeah, but again, that doesn't say anything about how we as two individual people are meant to be together.
They ain't got shit else in common. He ain't got no money. She got all the money.
Hey, he has normal people money, okay?
Okay, but the point is they ain't got shit in common.
I mean, yeah.
Except for the little diabetes, but what do I know? Megan can meet Jordan's kid, but Luca won't be able to live with them while they're filming.
Yeah.
So for me, that's a huge commitment. You won't even know if you like this kid, if this kid likes you, and you finna marry his daddy and be his stepmom. Like,
yeah, it is kind of wild to say you're not really going to get to meet
spend time with this child.
Exactly.
Which to be clear, like, I didn't never want to see the baby on TV anyway.
Very fair.
The baby shouldn't have never been.
Very fair.
Should never be on TV. As parents, I respect their decision to not have the child on the show.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's bad all around because now this child is getting a whole stepmother potentially that he hasn't really spent time with, and it seems like. It seems unfair for this huge commitment to be happening to this child and kind of to Megan when they have had no opportunity to really assess their like relationship or their ability to get on. Basically, what if Luca is bad as fuck and now you done married into this family and that's your child?
Why the kid gotta be the first problem?
I'm just saying.
She, again, based on like previous episode, like we see where it's like, I don't know, are you really mom material? Because like you're really just kind of asking questions like, what should I buy him? Is that going to be enough for him, basically?
Sure. Like she doesn't seem like she is prepared to actually be a parent. But I'm putting myself in her shoes. It's harder for me to put myself in a 5-year-old boy's shoes.
I mean, sure.
I'm just, I'm saying if he bad as fuck and now we married and also you don't know how Jordan is gonna let you step into parenting. Like, have you had conversations about what discipline looks like what your role in Luca's life is gonna look like? I feel like all that stuff needs to be like
fleshed out beforehand.
Not just fleshed out, but like applied. It needs to be tested before I can commit
Say
to
I'm
being
gonna marry you, basically.
Not just your wife, but your son's mom.
Because in the real world, you probably have at least 6 months or whatever to like date, have you and your partner, your partner and your child interact with each other.
Right.
And actually build somewhat of a relationship.
Right.
Before
Which would
you
be
make a commitment.
Exactly. That would be part of the criteria. That'd be part of what you are assessing as to whether or not this person is right for you and your child. And y'all are skipping that part and you just gonna get married. I don't know. To me, the question is like, should single parents come on this show? I think there are other platforms where like single parents can meet in a way that's more tailored to their situation, because your child should be one of the main considerations. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like if the outcome is like a marriage that we're taking seriously, I think if that's the outcome, then there should be some special consideration given that like this child does not know this person at all,
especially if it's a little baby, like a 5-year-old.
It's a lot.
I don't think you should be on Love is Blind with a small child. All right, let's move this thing on down the line to Edmund and Calabria.
So yes, Edmund and Calabria.
Yeah, Calabria meets Edmund's mom. That's pretty much all we get from them in this episode.
Yeah.
Calabria's a charmer though. She seems very comfortable talking to his mother.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm assuming that this woman flew in from somewhere because she says she stayed in a hotel. Yeah. And Edmund's best is a single pancake breakfast. It was one pancake on all their plates.
From what we saw, maybe it was 2 pancakes based on the edit.
As a parent, if I'm flying, I expect more. There needs to be a spread. Where is the spread?
Yeah, some sausage, maybe even a waffle.
A waffle. You need something savory, some quiche.
You need some fresh fruit.
Yeah, some huevos rancheros.
Something. Yeah,
some juice.
Spice.
You know what I'm saying? A single pancake.
Yeah, that he mixed up in a pot.
It was very much like 6-year-old makes mommy breakfast on Mother's Day.
Do better, Edmund. And honestly, do better, everyone. There was a few people who made food for their parents, and it was just like, what are y'all
Where the
doing?
fuck is the spread? We're either going to a restaurant or you need to have been slaving in that kitchen for a full day prior to my arrival.
Yeah, marinate something. Just do better. It's funny to me because we see Edmund's mom really emphasize that, like, all right, it's time for some grandbabies. It's time for you to settle down.
Yeah, you need to start busting in her right now.
shoot the club up right now, baby.
Paint them walls. I need some grandbabies.
But it's so weird because, like, it just feels like these parents, I mean, a lot of our parents around our age, different age ranges too, but they seem so invested in you just having the grandkids.
Right.
But it doesn't feel like they've, like, set us, or in this case Edmund, up for that responsibility, or even having a healthy relationship to then make said grandkids. Right. Like, we see how Edmund is engaging with Calabria, and it's like, he's ready to be a dad.
You want to bring a child into this? Yeah, and then there's so often this like, you're not going to date until you're 18, and then when you're 18 they're like, you're not going to date until you finish college and you've got your career established, right? So there's like the goalpost is always pushed out, but then when you arrive, you're supposed to already have had 2 children.
Where is the child? And also, like, no sex ed for you. I don't want you learning sex ed in school or whatever. It's too early for that.
What you need to know about sex for?
What's that? Where my grandbaby's at, though?
Everything about his mom was very confusing to me. She's talking about she raised a good one, which I'm confused because I thought Edmund was in and out of foster care. This seems off.
He did mention that.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that he's been able to like mend the relationship with his mom and reconcile and like have.
It's like it's very strange how she is coming in saying that like, yeah, I did that.
She's rewriting her parental
potentially
history. I mean, we don't know, but I kind of see where Edmund get it from.
She was saying a lot. She would switch from one point to another. She'd be like, hey man, like I'm really so glad, she's a good woman, but also don't be snitching on me to my sons.
Emotionally unregulated. That apple fell right out the tree. What do you mean your daughter-in-laws be snitching on you? What do you be doing?
What do you be saying about your sons that they can't hear? That your daughter-in-law feels the need to go back to your son and be like, your mama was saying some wild shit. What? By the way, and she's like, I hate it. I hate that stuff. I'm mad. I'm sick.
Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about from this is his mom said something about how her first impression of Calabria was basically through Instagram, and she was ready to throw the whole woman away.
Yeah, she's like, me and my sister, we went on her Instagram because we both got our cellular devices, and we saw her, and we were like, nah.
Which is crazy because, after she meets Calabria, she gives her blessing and she seems to genuinely like her.
Like a good woman. Yeah.
But I'm like, what the fuck? Now we got to worry about our in-laws creeping on our socials too?
That's the world we live in.
That's a whole layer that I just wasn't ready for. I wasn't thinking about. Like, I don't know. Y'all let us know in the comments if you are parents. Are y'all lurking on social media to see who your kid is dating? Are you not allowing there to be like an organic first impression when you meet this person? And if so, like, is that fair to them that you're using social media to develop an impression about them? Yeah, based off of content that was never intended for you.
Yeah, like the content like I will put out is intended to be like people in my age
for
group,
your peers,
people that I went to school
or random
with,
strangers that you're trying to impress that are at least probably your age,
within your age range, and like you'll understand like the pose I'm making or the meme that I'm saying or whatever. You'll get that somewhat,
right?
But like imagining like a 60-year-old looking at my Instagram being like, oh no,
friends on a double date.
Yes. We really do start to see how they're like their relationship and their lives are starting to kind of meld together, and like see how there's small differences that we are starting to see form cracks in their
real life is starting to shape their relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In their, I guess on the surface to everybody else, they're a very happy, very loving relationship. But like, we're starting to see otherwise.
I mean, they both work nights.
Yeah.
He kisses with his fucking eyes open.
So scary.
They have different drinking habits. They clearly have very different relationships to money.
Yes.
And they're trying to form a rhythm together. But we definitely start to see fissures in their connection. She want her a man with money. She wants somebody who gonna break her off and make her life very easy. And that don't seem to be Anton. He looking like, I can't go for that. No.
At least like I can't go for all of that, because like he does seem to like want to occupy that space of like, I'm the provider, I got it basically, but like within reason.
Right. He's not going to pay for Botox, support her while she's in school, do her laundry, and have a $10,000 engagement ring.
And have her telling him like, you can't drink that much basically. Because like we do see her talking about how, in her undergrad, she's like, yeah, basically.
The last time I was in school full time, like my mom did everything honestly. She did the laundry, she did the meal prep, and I really didn't do it. Like she did all the cleaning. I really didn't do anything.
Yeah, and like saying it in a way where it's like I'm low key expecting that situation to
hint, nigga, like
replicate itself.
You gonna be my mommy, basically, which was
be my mommy, daddy,
right? Yeah, it seems like she wants to replicate that dynamic with her adult partner who is not her parent because he's her
presumably future husband. And like, he does say like, hey, I can support both of us while you're going through school. She says, I don't want to not work. And
he's agree.
Like, oh yeah, maybe 1 or 2 days, that's fine.
Yeah.
And she's like, cool. I can get Botox though, right? I can still do all that.
He looking like, Fuck you mean, girl? I only got $15 left after I done paid all the damn bills.
And you trying to get Botox. Like,
Which
what?
is like, girl, live your life. If you want a fully financed experience, that's fine. I think you're looking for that in the wrong person.
Yeah.
Anton ain't gonna break you off like that. He just is not.
Yeah, and it's like we get into a situation where it's like we do, and this is a separate point that we brought up, but we do see him start to kind of go inwards, where he's like, I am feeling things about this, but I don't feel comfortable kind of expressing them. And like, you can tell that she wants him to express those
Or
things.
she is at least aware that this is happening. She's asking like, okay, are you being honest with me? Are you tell me how you feel? And he's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah. Again, the dynamic that we saw in the beginning that we kind of...
You called it.
Just being like, he's going to start kind of going inward and not telling her what she needs to know, basically.
Where he doesn't express his feelings.
Yeah, because in this situation, it would be fully incumbent upon him to say, I understand you want these things.
Right.
But like, I mean, he did kind of say like, we're going to have to budget. You know,
that's not the same as having an explicit conversation about what the financial expectations should be in this marriage with a fucking stranger.
That part.
Y'all gonna need to talk that out because she clearly has different expectations, which I'm here for it, girl, but you got the wrong man for that.
Yeah, because they talk about like having a joint bank account, and then she's like, well, if I can't get Botox, then maybe I should have a separate one. And he's like, what's the point of having a separate one?
I don't want you to know how much money I spent on my Botox. Again, girl, do what you gonna do, but you got the wrong man. You got the wrong man for that. He 28 years old. if that's what you want, he need to be 57.
Yeah, have like some old oil money like Megan.
Yeah, or marry Megan.
That's at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, so they clearly need to have this conversation. She's also trying to initiate a conversation about his drinking habits. I will say that she is more direct in addressing issues than he is.
Somewhat.
No, she was digging. She was like, nigga, what happened to the Coronas? What happened to the coolers, Bud Lights? You had a whole bottle of tequila in there. And you want to do mimosas every day. Like, the fuck you gonna drink like this every day? Basically is what she said.
Yeah. And we see her digging when she does. So she does meet his friends basically. And we see her start digging with his friend, Melissa, I believe.
No, it's his friend's girlfriend.
Okay,
Anton's friend, we're gonna call him Justin, is Justin's girlfriend. Allie and Melissa, the girlfriend, go to the bathroom and they have girl talk. And Allie's like, so what's up? I done heard from Anton that Justin used to be in the streets. Melissa
like,
says, Scourge, hold up. It was both of them hoes. Hoeing in the streets together. And then Allie want to sit there all...
What are you talking about?
Wide-eyed and surprised. What? Yeah, I mean, which I understand. She feels like she was blindsided because I think Anton was selling himself as like, I was a well-rounded young man just looking for love.
Justin, man, he just had me in the streets, man. I ain't want to be. I'd rather be home, honestly. But.
So we do see her like take a step back and be like, what the fuck is going like?
Yeah.
Is this man ready to be married? Is this a commitment that he's honestly ready to make if he was just in them streets yesterday?
Like 4 months ago, basically.
Once a dog, always a dog? Question mark?
I mean, people change, but I mean, but back to your thing of her being direct, like then she comes in later on and is like, you're in trouble, mister.
We have something to discuss. You're in trouble.
And he's like, okay, what's
it? What's up? And she's like, no, not right here.
You brought this thing up in front of me and my friends.
Right.
What is it?
Right.
And she's like, no, we can't talk about it right now. No. So like, I mean, direct sometimes. That felt very petty. That
did feel petty. That felt like I'm pissed. I'm not having a good time, so you're not about to have a good time either.
Which is childish,
especially given the circumstance of like she just found out information that may not be applicable right now. Also, like this is about his past. He was allowed to be single. I mean, I would consider it probably a red flag that you was up in the strip clubs and shit too. But he's allowed to be single. He was allowed to be single when he was single.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. I think she probably feels she feels lied to in that he was presenting it as if it was all Justin.
Yeah. At least he was just like a participant and not like an act. Well, he was a what's the word? He was a inactive participant versus like being apparently very active.
Right. Yeah. So I think with them, especially, we see that sort of challenge around vices. She is asking them questions, basically like, at what point do our vices harm our relationship in reference to drinking and drugging and partying? And I think it depends on the couple's culture around vices. Like it's going to create more ruptures when one person is more into drinking or partying or exploring drugs than the other person. If you do it together, there's more space to integrate that into your relationship. But also I understand, like personally, I feel like we big and grown, and ideally we would be spending our time doing more interesting things than just drinking and drugging, and definitely not in the strip clubs every night.
It did, like from the interaction we see with him and his friend, it does seem like, all right, we got some food. Where are the shots?
Right.
Where's the tequila?
That's
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Huh? So it does seem like a very integral part of his lifestyle. So just like, I go to work, I come home and I drink, basically.
Yeah.
And I mean, to this point, at least based on the edit that we see, we haven't really seen his drinking habits impact their daily life. But I mean, she could extrapolate.
But also, we don't get very much of them because they're boring as fuck. So I'm sure a lot of their experience is being cut out. But I think more broadly, like what we see with this type of challenge is like, it's especially difficult if you're under the impression that your partner's vice is actually a problem, a substance abuse problem, or like a need to be seen that's got you outside all the time and is getting in the way of your relationship.
Yeah, actually building a healthy relationship together. Yeah.
Right, which is something that especially within a short time frame, you need to assess, like, does my partner have a problem? There's a difference between something that your partner is doing that you just don't like, or something that's harmful,
actually harmful to the relationship,
you
guys can't really work through. Because I mean, again, we don't see it happening, but we could assume that like it is honestly causing the problem of like every time he's home, he's drinking. Like, from what we saw, we had a fifth, we had 12 cans of beer. Where are they at? And then when he starts basically like soft lying about it, basically,
he starts trying to do the math and adding them up. He said, well, you had 4 beers. She said, try again. I had 2.
Okay. Well, also there was the gardener. He walked by and I was like, hey man, you look
thirsty. So I had to give him a beer. And then the tequila, what
I think I spilled some a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. It spilled into the glass and then down my throat.
Yeah, I tripped and like took a shot, but it was, don't worry about that.
Yeah, he trying to add it up and she looking at him like, are you stupid? You think I don't know simple math? Where the fuck did all those beers go? You had a 12 pack. Yeah. And I personally don't think drinking alcohol every day is healthy, but I think if it's a casual indulgence, I could let it go. Like if you have a daily beer, okay. But if you getting drunk or tipsy every day, that's a problem. And even more so if you drinking a lot and you're not even feeling it because your tolerance is so high, that's also a problem.
Yeah. If you need a 12 pack and a fifth to get a buzz, that's where it becomes like, oh, your
blood alcohol content is
at a constant 4 point.
Like personally, I would not choose to marry someone who was going out all the time and partying on a regular basis.
Fair.
I don't think that like once you're married, you have to be in the house and be in bed at 9.
No,
but
I mean, you can still enjoy your own things as long as those things aren't, again, if you don't like it, that's one thing. But if it's actively taking away from like building or sustaining a relationship, that's when it becomes an actual problem that you need to address. Or in this case, decide if you even want to be part of it to begin with.
That's it. Because I know I can't make nobody change, right? So then I have to make a decision. I have to ask myself, is this something that I can live with not liking? Or is this a hard no, right? Is this harmful or is it annoying? Yeah.
And if it's annoying, it's like, if everything else is good, then like deal with it, learn to love it, whatever.
Right.
But again, if it's actually harmful, that's a decision that you need to make.
I mean, but you also have to assess like, how annoying is it, right? Because I think the saying is like, you know, contempt is one of the like the worst things for a relationship.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be looking at them sideways because you genuinely do not approve of what they're doing,
Yeah, or if you have like hard judgments on what they do,
right,
like,
it's gonna ultimately lead to some contempt. I had exes that smoked every day, multiple times a day, and for me that was just like,
what are you doing?
it was such a turnoff.
Yeah.
And I think more than anything, it makes me feel like you aren't here with me. You're not present.
Yeah.
And I think in the beginning of those relationships, it was easy for me to be like, okay, I don't smoke, but they smoke. Like it's fine. It is what it is. But eventually I became more and more aware of like my resentment towards it and like my judgment and honestly like kind of disgust. Like,
yeah, it changes from a thing of like, oh, this is something that you enjoy versus this is a thing you need.
Right.
And like if that thing you need isn't necessarily a thing you actually need.
Right.
Then it's like, again, what are we doing basically?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Are there any things for you that would be a hard no in a relationship as far as vices go?
I do feel like, like smoking every single day. Like I've known people who
crack.
So let's be specific. I mean, I think for me personally, I mean, if someone like, I don't know for sure, but at the very least, like I feel like if, especially cigarettes, like if you smoke cigarettes.
Oh, bogeys is a hard no. That's a hell no. Unless you do know I like that thing where.
That's so weird.
If I'm drunk, I like the taste of beer and cigarette kisses, but I gotta be drunk.
I love when your math teacher comes in the morning time and smells of cigarettes and black coffee. Oh man, it just
I don't know what
gets me
I mean,
going.
this is from my youthful days of shenanigans, but that's the only exception for a cigarette kiss, and I'm obviously not starting a relationship with that person. That's just like, you know, a little fun in the bar.
I mean, sure. But yeah, so for me, cigarettes. When it comes to weed, like, you know, it's fine. But like, again, not like it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine to what extent? Like you're okay with
I mean, for me, I feel like it's fine if it's like a weekly thing.
recreational.
Recreational, where it's like, hey man, I got off work, I'm gonna hit something, or like I sound so
fucking old.
I sound so old.
I got off my shift.
I'm gonna smoke the lettuce real quick. Yeah, you got some reefer on you?
What?
Yeah, you know, back in my day, we used to really enjoy a little bit of reefer. It really just brought things down.
Yo, Grandpa, stop! You're embarrassing yourself.
After a day at the ball crushing factory.
Anyway, yeah, if it's like a recreational weekly thing or whatever. But the part for me where it gets to be too much is where I've known people where it's basically like I wake up,
It's a dependency.
I'm hitting the blunt.
Yeah.
Before I get in my car to go to work, I'm hitting the blunt.
Yeah.
Before, you know, after lunch, hitting it again. When I get home from work,
Nigga, are you
hitting it
okay?
again. It's
Are you
like-
good?
It's
bro?
like that is a dependency. at
Yeah,
that point.
if not a full blown addiction.
That part, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny because people who like smoke a lot of weed, they'll look at you and be like with the reddest eyes in the world at like 3:00 on a Tuesday and be like, nah, it's not an addiction. Nah, it ain't. What are you talking about? You can't get addicted to weed and whatnot. Which, like, I don't know if you can or not, whatever.
That's not the point.
Yeah, I have nothing against weed because, you know, I often partake myself sometimes. But, yeah, having an actual
You
dependency.
know the Fed's watching.
Oh, yeah, they is watching.
Anyway.
Yeah, I really want to kind of just delve into how much weight should we put into our family's first impression of meeting our romantic partners. And I mean, I think some of it depends on how your family interacts with you, like if they really want the best for you, if they want you happy, if they don't want you to get hurt, or like we kind of see in some situations, like if they just want you to kind of, come on man, just where them
Hurry
kids
your
at?
ass
Where them
up and
kids?
get married and start busting out some grandchildren. Yeah.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
motive, I think their motive is important, you know, and if they or if your family is able to acknowledge that you liking and loving your partner is more important than how much they can like or love your partner. Like ultimately the question should be, is this person good for my son, sister, child? You know, do they treat them well? Do they love them? Do they make them happy? And if the answer is yes, that's all that matters. Like you as the family, you ain't got to like them.
At the end of the day, it's like if they're happy, if they're safe, if they feel like they can grow in the situation or you see them actually growing.
Right.
That's where it's like, okay, I can put my personal things to the side.
Right.
Or I can feel comfortable getting fully behind this person.
Right.
Either one.
Right.
I think that's where it comes in and says, okay, I can put some weight behind what you're saying, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think also if you can trust that your family is observant and they might be able to point out some things that you are not seeing because you're in that like
that love
blind
space.
and love sort of rose-colored glasses phase. That is important, and I personally would give weight to that. Like if my family was pointing out genuine concerns, whether I want to hear it or not, I think that's something that I would consider.
Put some weight behind there.
Right.
I also think, and I just thought of this, where I think it depends on your assessment of if your family has a really good grasp on who you are currently. Because I think if your family is like has an idea of who you were 5-10 years ago, basically, and now they're projecting that you onto the current you and saying this person's not good for who we think you are, basically. But it's like y'all don't really know the full me right now.
Right.
And based on my assessment, this person's perfect for me.
Right.
And you guys don't know who I am, therefore you can't even begin to understand who this person is to me.
Right.
So
yeah, there's definitely something to that.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how close you are with your family, but I can say without a doubt that at no point should your parents or your family determine who you are marrying, at least within our Western cultural context, right? Like
there's some different cultural things where it's like, you know.
Sure, but I'm saying like in a world where you have decided that this is your person and now you're giving your power away for your family to tell you like, no, we don't like them, to veto it. Yeah. That to me seems silly. Like you are the person who's going to be spending every day with this partner, not your family. And you have to choose your happiness over what your family decides they think is best, you know?
Yeah. But also on the flip side, there is a situation where sometimes I think you might be looking for your family's actual genuine input because maybe you're feeling unsure and you're looking for them to say, hey, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe someone else will see this problem. And we kind of see a lot in this show where the families are like, just like, oh no, Joe seems wonderful. Oh my gosh, Joe is just such an amazing person. Madison, you're amazing for our son. So amazing. Like it seems the parents sometimes can be too gung ho to be like,
they're hyper focused on seeing their children get married.
Exactly.
And there's no real discernment of whether these people are actually right for each other.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't see no hard questions being asked by anyone, parent or partner.
I think Joe's, I don't know if he's a stepdad, but I think Joe's mother's ex-husband maybe asked one.
He asked, what makes
question.
you think you're ready for marriage?
And everyone's like, whoa, that's a hard one there. And it's like, okay, what?
If that's the hot seat, we got a lot of work to do. I don't know. What has your experience been bringing people home to meet your family? Have you historically put a lot of weight into that? Like, I'm bringing this person home. Does that mean a lot to you? And how much weight do you put in your family's opinion of a partner?
I think it can vary because, again, I think, and that's what kind of brought it to my mind because, like, I feel like sometimes my family in particular doesn't necessarily know who I've kind of developed into in the past, like, kind of few years. So, like, there is a limited amount of weight I put behind what they think because, again, if they don't know me, then it's like it's very hard for them to get behind, get into like my train of thought and say,
or assess your partner as a good
exactly.
as whether or not they'll be a good fit for you.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, kind of a mix here and there. Like I have a family full of women, 5 sisters, mom, aunties, all that good stuff. So it can be hard sometimes to break past that like kind of gendered wall, bringing in another woman to the to the situation. But yeah, there is some weight where it's like I can hear what you're saying, and then using my big adult brain and say, let me assess, let me see if you're actually seeing something that I'm not.
Right.
And then if so, it's like, cool, I can consider that. But also if y'all are just kind of being like, we don't like change. What's going on? You're just our little baby and stuff. What are you doing out here having the sex?
Sexual intercourse.
Yeah, that's when it's like, okay, thanks for your input, but I'm good.
Right.
Good. Yeah, I don't know. How about yourself, as far as like bringing people in, family, weight, all that good stuff?
I've never put a lot of sort of emphasis on like, this is the phase of the relationship where you meet my family.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever been something that was like monumental to me.
Yeah.
But I think I value my family's opinion in that I genuinely think that they want what's best for me. My mother is like blindly in love with you.
Can you blame her?
So I don't know. I don't know how much her opinion matters there. My mom has always been receptive and nice and kind to the people that I brought home. I think she might have had more of a challenge when it was a woman, and not really knowing how to navigate that, and me having to be like, no, that's my girlfriend, that's not my friend.
That's not my friend, mother. Okay.
But I think overall my family's been pretty open-minded and honest with me about like who it is that I'm with and how they treat me. It's, I think it's an opinion that I consider, but for me, it's not make or break by any means.
Yeah. I mean, again, and that all goes to like how much weight I actually put behind your opinion, based on those assessments that we make.
Right.
So,
yeah. I think first impression isn't that much of a formative factor for me, but I do talk to my family. Like when something's going on, I'll talk to my brother or I'll call my mom and be like, hey, this is something that's happening in my relationship. And I do want their genuine opinion. And I think that I give more weight to that than I would their first impression of someone.
Like after they have context for the relationship and like actually know how you guys engage, then it makes more sense to say, hey, this is something going on right now.
Right.
Like even when I meet like friends, partners or whatever, like the first impression never really, I mean, it means something sometimes.
Yeah.
Depending on how
if it's bad.
Yeah. If it's like really bad, but not bad on like, I didn't like this thing. But if it's bad where it's like, I can see this being a problem moving forward for you. Right. That's where it's like, okay, there's some weight to the first impression.
But if it's neutral to good, then it is what it is.
I feel like we're all mature enough to say, hey, everyone, you might be nervous. You might not be on your A game. You may have had a hard day or something. I don't know.
Right.
To like completely judge someone from the first impression moving forward is like, I think we're more mature than that.
Yeah. Y'all let us know in the comments how you feel about your family's first impression of your partner, how you're navigating vices in your relationship, if you judging and dipping, if you don't really care, let us know. And join us next time for more messy looks into dating, love, and relationships. We got weddings coming up. So let's see if these folks make it to the altar and how the rest of these meet the family situations go. We are wrapping up the season of Love is Blind and thinking about what pieces of media to deep dive into next. So let us know in the comments what shows or movies you'd like to hear us talk about. Remember, we're here for the drama,
here for the mess,
but it's all love.
Please like and subscribe here on YouTube. If you like this show and you're listening to us on a podcast platform, please give us a rating and a stellar review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We are just in our baby stages still. So every view, comment, like, share really helps us bring you guys some more awesome content.
Yes, we'd love to hear from y'all. Hit us up with your dating experiences and lovers questions at loverswatchpodcast@gmail.com. I be checking the email. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for y'all to hit us up with some questions.
We're getting there.
See y'all next time.
See y'all.